much. Today, we're going to talk about the crisis in Spain. Yeah, we're going to talk about the crisis in Africa. Yeah, Russia. And I want to talk about the president of Russia, Putin. Putin. Listen to me. I have very important message to you. The message is, and the president of China. Oh, we didn't finish Russia. Thank you to correct me, First Lady. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless.
Thank you all. Hallelujah. Clap to your president. Clap to your president right now.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call hello. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, send double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to you, brothers and sisters out there pushing the glory of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and truth. I'm Ariel. I got the brother here with me. I got the brother Ana here with me. And we just wanted to talk about the satire that Saudi Arabia did of the president, because it's a highlight of just how much Babylon the Great is starting to become a taunting proverb. It's starting to become a joke amongst the nations, and really just the energy and the spirit that's being pushed among the nations to come against the whore that rideth upon the beast. And we're seeing that because, nations like Saudi Arabia that have been longtime allies with the United States and the West are now doing things like of this nature that are really kind of unprecedented. We've never seen in all the type of geopolitical things that we watch for and we look for, things like this out of Saudi Arabia, even having a woman dressed as a man dressed as a woman to represent Kamala Harris. It's just unprecedented, man. They're going for the jugular. But we understand that these are the type of things that'll be happening towards the end times, where the spirit is being put on these different nations that have, had power with the beast for an hour to just go off, And so I wanted to start this out with this scripture, that we read, that I mentioned, Habakkuk 2:6. When you go to the scripture, you want to read it, bro?
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6. It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay."
Boom. How long, man? So people are irritated with this, with the increase and the decadence and the pride of Babylon the Great. They're fed up with it. How long, man? And he's laid himself with thick clay. America has gotten himself in the biggest debt trap in the history of the world. And so now we see that this place has become a taunting proverb. Now we look up this word taunting, Now we look up this word taunting. It's Malaya Tazah, and it means satire, a mocking poem, mocking song, taunting, right? Figure, enigma. And so I wanted to highlight this word satire. When you look up this word satire, it says the use of humor, irony, exaggeration, or ridicule to expose and criticize people's stupidity or vices, particularly in the context of contemporary politics and other topical issues. And we see that this is a contemporary political issue. We told all the brothers, like, when Biden gets in there, it's gonna get real freaky. It's gonna get real weird. And when you see Joe Biden in the state that he's in, he's up there doodling on himself. He's always forgetting words. He's all over the place. It's like, how did this guy even become president? And these other nations are emphatic about the same type of point, to where people don't think Russia respects, but Biden, But when Trump was in there, he was all stout and bold, and, like a man's man type of energy. But now with Biden in there, it's like he's a bumbling idiot.
Yeah,
that's kind of the sentiment that's going on with him in this presidency. He's kind of like this bumbling fool And so we see that these scriptures are really jumping off the page. Did you have a precept?
Yeah, I'm sure you had Isaiah 14 now, right?
Oh, I was gonna pull it, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, this is Isaiah chapter 14, and I'll just read. This is a good place to start. I'll read verse 9. Isaiah 14:9 says, "Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee." And we know hell, is representative of the grave, because we know Babylon the Great is going to get brought down, man. That's what Isaiah 14 is talking about. It says, "It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth," which the dead represent the rest of the nations that don't have, the basically the heathen, the rest of the heathen, because Esau's heathen, but the rest of the other nations, case in point, Saudi Arabia is one of one of them that they're like, yo, you about to get brought down. It says in the middle of verse 9, "Even all the chief ones of the earth, it hath raised up their thrones, all the kings of the nations."
God, you have keep
Yeah, there's more on that. Yeah, it says in verse 10, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
So now with the amount of debt, with the political issues that's going on, they're like, have you become weak as we? But really, these nations have done business with the whore, and they've risen themselves up. And I'm gonna get that next in Joel 3. Go ahead.
Kind of says, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Yeah, lowly, weak, subservient.
Saudi Arabia is like, you need us.
Yeah,
you need us to pump more oil for your gas prices. You need us to toe the line, so to speak, so you can continue with your consumerism, so you can continue with your thick clay.
I did have a precept on that. This is real quick in Proverbs 22:7. "The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender." Well, now America borrows more than it lends. It relies on the resources of other nations more than other nations rely on its resources. Going back to Isaiah 14 and verse 12 or verse 11, it says, "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee."
That's right. Your whole infrastructure is decoupling. Your financial infrastructure, your real estate infrastructure, the educational, the social infrastructure, political infrastructure, all the different aspects of how this society has been the glory of the nations is now has worms in it. It's now got termites. It's broken down. It's ready to be burnt. Okay. To the point to where a small, weaker nation like Saudi Arabia can get up and clown your leader. Okay. All right. I'm going to read this real quick. This is in Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." And so this is what we're seeing, more defiance out of nations like Syria, Turkey, Jordan, all right, Saudi Arabia, Iran, now even Russia. Okay, we're seeing more defiance from the nations that used to just wanted to politically do right by America so they could stay within the global economic infrastructure. Now you see these nations preparing themselves to break away from the American petrodollar system, even at their own risk, because really Saudi Arabia needs the petrodollar or it would go down. Russia needs the petrodollar, or China needs the petrodollar, or it would go down. But they're ready. You can see that they're preparing for a major shift altogether. So all of this is even though a lot of this is political, like staging, but it's still speaking to the prophecies and what they got getting ready to go down, man. Okay, the men in the leaders of the nations, the spirit is being put on them to fight, man. You got something?
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. So we know that Babylon the Great, once it falls, pursuant to Revelation, the 18th chapter, that's it. You know, it's going to be a perpetual memorial for all the atrocities that are done in it, that was done in it, and is done to this day. But you got people that think that, you know, you're gonna be able to get Trump back in office and make America great again.
Absolutely not.
You know, like it's over, man.
Mm-hmm.
And the other nations, they're starting to see like the trend is going downhill quick.
Yep, we're at the bottom of the S curve. We're at the place where this place is flat. It's flatlining, like they say, circling the drain. CTD.
Yeah.
Okay, and these nations are speaking to it in a way that they never have before. Particularly this little show right here, man. They was clowning, bro. You know, man. This dude got the whole Illuminati symbol thing and everything going on, man. Okay, and then,
oh boy,
you know, basically just saying you got a senile leader running your nation. You guys are a joke. Okay, we don't have more of that. Okay, now this is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee." So now, normally with the petrodollar deal, because the United States was supplying military protection, weapons, and intelligence and all this type of stuff to Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Arabians would do whatever was best to keep that alliance good, keep that confederacy good. But now, with oil prices being disrupted, which was done on purpose, hyperinflation is running rampant throughout the West. The United States made a request to Saudi Arabia to increase their production, which would drive down prices. Saudi Arabia said they said they ain't not even picking up the phone. You guys are a bunch of clowns. So they have deceived you, prevailed against you in that way. Okay, and it's going to be more of that. It's going to be more of that within the West, within all of these different political and economic ties that have been made that's keeping Babylon the Great going. More of this type of stuff is going to happen, but that taunting proverb is what I'm hinging on in this lesson. That satire. America has become the prevalent, the joke, okay, of the nations. Okay, I remember back in the day where the French were the joke. They were like the weak joke. Now America is the joke. Okay? It says, "They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him." All right? So there ain't no working it out. America's not going to understand. It's going to still become a thief in the night. And all these different things that have held America strong, that put America at the forefront of the nations, all of those things are being stripped and taken away. You got something else, bro?
No.
Okay. I wanted to read this, and this is the last scripture I had pulled up. This is actually a scripture speaking on the nation of Israel, but now it's kind of reverting over. It's kind of reverting over to Esau's. Those curses that was on our nation for being wicked and idol worship and all that type of stuff. Those same type of curses is coming on Esau. Now I got to pull it in the NLT just because the way it was worded was interesting. Okay. So this is Ezekiel chapter 22.
That's just
literally. Oh, is that where you at?
I mean, that's the one I was going to pull. I mean,
let's go
check.
That's the spirit, man. Ezekiel 22, verse 3. And it talks about, it says, "And give her this message from the sovereign Lord. O city of murderers, doomed and damned, city of idols, filthy and foul. You are guilty because of the blood you have shed. You are defiled because of the idols you have made. Your day of destruction has come. You have reached the end of your years. I will make you an object of mockery throughout the world. O infamous city filled with confusion, you will be mocked. You will be mocked by people far and near." That's what's coming over to Babylon the Great, the great clowning. We're seeing people far and near clown America and the West. The West in general has become a gazing stock, a joke. Okay, from different protests to even the whole thing at the Oscars. It's just a fiasco. Okay, so yeah, man, I wanted to highlight that. Did you have any other closing points or anything?
Yeah, I can just get this real quick on
bring it up.
Lamentations 4 and 22. Just going into how the curses are starting to be put on Esau now. The last verse in Lamentations. This is Lamentations chapter 4 verse 22. It says, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion." Right, so that proves that this is the last captivity when Esau has us in captivity. During this time, Babylon the Great, and in verse 21, it talks about Esau having his last laugh. With us having us in captivity, now it's his turn to get laughed at and mocked. It says in the middle of verse 22, he will no more, talking about Esau will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And so Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, the daughter of Edom, that's talking about America, man. And that's exactly what's going on. It's skirts being lifted up,
Definitely, man. So we see that, man, more and more you're gonna have this type of stuff go on.
Yeah.
And it's gonna lead to where it's not just some political satire. It's gonna lead to major conflicts with this place. As you see the financial systems continue to crumble, America keep putting its nose in everybody's faces, keep antagonizing the nations. We're gonna see more of this, man.
Fighting words.
That's right. These are fighting words. So, yeah, bro. So we wanted to go in on that. Lord willing, is edifying, man. Once again, we'll say call halal. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakafadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to you. Aki, I'm out there pushing the word sincerely and true. Shalom.
Shalom.